I never thought betrayal could come dressed in a smile, holding a glass of wine, laughing along with stories from our past. My name is Jessica Adams. For 6 years, I was married to a man I thought I knew. His name was Nathan, dependable, calm, affectionate when it mattered. We had built what I believed was a solid life together in Denver. We had matching coffee mugs, monthly date nights, and even a bucket list of places we wanted to visit. I thought we were content, if not always passionate. But everything started to unravel the day I invited my old college friend, Melissa Turner, or Millie, as I've always called her, to stay with us. Millie and I had been inseparable back in our university days. She was wild, magnetic, and beautiful in that way that made people turn their heads when she entered a room. I was the grounded one, more logical than daring, more steady than sparkly. Still, we balanced each other out. After graduation, she moved to New York to chase a career in fashion PR, while I stayed in Colorado, working in marketing and eventually meeting Nathan. When Millie called to say she was taking a break from New York and needed a place to reset, I didn't hesitate. "Come stay with us," I said. "You'll love Nathan. He's the most thoughtful person I know." I remember saying that with pride. I wish I could go back in time and tell that version of me to think twice. When she arrived, everything felt nostalgic and light. It was as if time hadn't passed. We stayed up late watching trashy reality shows, ordered pizza, and giggled like we were 20 again. Nathan was welcoming too, at first. He listened politely to her stories and offered to show her around the city. But then I noticed the way he started looking at her. A second too long. A smile a little too wide. One evening, after we'd had dinner on the back patio, I caught them sharing a private laugh over something I hadn't heard. Nathan's hand grazed hers when he passed the wine bottle, and for a moment, they held each other's gaze. I blinked, unsure of what I was seeing. Was I being paranoid? I brushed it off. But the small things kept piling up. He started dressing nicer around the house. He'd fix his hair before coming to the kitchen when Millie was already there. I once overheard him compliment her earrings, not just a quick nice, but a detailed remark about how the blue matched her eyes. That was a level of attention he hadn't given me in months. One afternoon, I was running late for a work call and left my phone on the kitchen table. When I came back to grab it, I saw a text from Nathan pop up on Millie's screen. It was short but suspicious. "I can't stop thinking about last night." My heart pounded. I stared at it until the screen dimmed, my stomach turning. I didn't confront them then. I needed proof more than a single message. Part of me still didn't want to believe it. So I waited. A week later, I got what I needed. Nathan told me he had an off-site meeting and would be gone most of the day. Millie said she was going to a museum across town. Something felt off. I worked from home that day and kept the back window slightly open. Around noon, I heard movement downstairs. Our basement was usually empty during the day, but I recognized their voices. Quiet, low murmurs. Then laughter. Then silence. I crept down the stairs, heart hammering in my chest. The door was ajar just enough to see the shadow of them standing close. Too close. "I wish we didn't have to hide," I heard Nathan say. "You knew what this was," Millie whispered. Then came the unmistakable sound of a kiss. I froze. Time stopped. My world tilted on its axis. I didn't make a sound. I didn't rush in or scream or throw things like in the movies. I turned and walked back upstairs like a ghost. I went into the bathroom, shut the door, and stared at myself in the mirror for a long time. I looked the same, but everything inside me had changed. That night, I didn't say a word. I watched them closely. They laughed at dinner. Millie complimented my cooking. Nathan poured her wine and barely looked at me. I felt like a stranger in my own home. 2 days later, when Nathan left to visit his brother, I finally confronted Millie. "How long has it been going on?" I asked, my voice calm but cold. Her face went pale. "Jess, don't lie to me. I heard you. I saw the texts. Just tell me how long." She looked down. "Since last week. It wasn't supposed to happen. Did you enjoy sneaking around behind my back? Or did you just like knowing you could take something that was mine?" Tears welled in her eyes. "I didn't mean to hurt you." He came on to me. "I was vulnerable. I didn't expect it." "You didn't expect it?" I laughed bitterly. You flirted. You lingered. And you knew exactly what you were doing. I didn't wait for more excuses. I told her to pack her bags and get out. She begged to stay a few more days until her next flight. I said no. She left that evening. When Nathan returned, I confronted him next. You cheated on me, I said plainly. He looked away. Jess, don't lie. I heard everything. Just tell me why. He sighed. I don't know. Things have been off between us. You've been distant. I felt my hands curl into fists. So because I've been tired and working hard, you thought the answer was to sleep with my best friend? She made me feel seen. Desired. And I didn't. I snapped. You felt neglected, so you decided to betray the woman who stood by you for 6 years? He didn't answer. The silence said everything. I asked him to leave. No shouting. No drama. Just calm, cold, irreversible clarity. He packed a bag and walked out. That was the last time I saw him in our home. In the weeks that followed, I fell apart. Quietly, privately, with no one but myself to witness the wreckage. My family was shocked. Friends offered support. Some even tried to defend Nathan. It was a mistake, they said. Everyone slips up. But I knew better. It wasn't a slip. It was a choice. A series of deliberate, selfish choices. I filed for divorce. It was easier than expected. He didn't contest it. Maybe he felt guilty. Maybe he didn't care. Either way, the papers came quickly. I moved into a small apartment. Simple, clean, and mine. For the first time in years, I felt something unfamiliar, freedom. I started waking up early to watch the sun rise with coffee and silence. I journaled. I took long walks in the park. I even got a dog, a fluffy rescue mutt named Daisy who never leaves my side. One day, a letter arrived. No return address. Inside was a note in familiar handwriting. Jess, I don't deserve your forgiveness. I know that. I just want to say I'm sorry. I broke something beautiful and I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Milli. I folded the letter and put it away in a drawer I never open. Nathan messaged once. Said he was sorry. Said he missed me. Said I'd always be his greatest love. I didn't respond. I knew better. Because here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. Sometimes, men lie without blinking. They swear loyalty while looking for exits. They praise you while craving someone else. And when caught, they act confused, as if you caused it. As if you weren't enough. Well, I was enough. I am enough. What I've learned is simple. Never give blind trust. Not to anyone who treats it like it can be tossed away the moment temptation walks in wearing perfume and high heels. Protect your peace. Love yourself louder than any man ever could. Don't fall for sweet words when the actions don't match. And most of all, when someone shows you who they really are, believe them. I don't need closure. I don't need revenge. I have something better, clarity. And now, when people ask why I'm single, I smile and say, because I've already been through enough heartbreak disguised as love. Let the next man prove he's different. Let him earn what Nathan threw away. Because I've learned my worth. And I won't hand it over to someone just because they know how to smile and say the right thing. Not anymore. Not ever again.